You are watching Pace TV, your community TV station.
Welcome to another episode of Inspiration. I'm delighted to be at a place called Delightful. This is in St. Elizabeth. Earl Harriot, welcome.
Thank you.
And also his beautiful daughter, Suzette Harriott. Earl, could you tell me a little bit about this wonderful place that we have here?
My association with the outdoors stemmed about 55 years ago. As a matter of fact, I am a product of the 4-H movement.
Wonderful.
I started out as a 4-H clubite when I was about 10, 11 years old, way back in 1953, 54.
A lot of young people are still involved in 4-H, so this is really great to hear.
Well, I must tell you this, any success or failure that I've ever had in my life is a result of the 4-H movement. And I've had more successes than failures.
Yeah.
As a little boy, I started in the 4-H movement, and I started doing projects like identification of fruit trees, ornamental trees, timber trees, and grasses. That was my first competition because, you know, on an annual basis, there's always this achievement day that is held at Denby.
Okay.
And I was fascinated by the outdoors with the 4-H because it afforded us the opportunity to meet with our peers as young children, and we had frequent camps and all that sort of thing at Denby, which was very exciting for us as kids. Well, after I started out with the plants, I moved on to do what you call poultry judging.
Okay.
I moved into the animal section and I did poultry judging. The year I started doing that was about 1957, and then I came first in my poultry judging exercise, and after I finished with the poultry judging, I moved on to livestock judging. That was judging of dairy cows and beef cattle.
Okay.
We spent a lot of time undergoing different competition. We started out with our parish competition, and then we moved on to our national competition.
What school were you going to at that time?
At that time, I started out at Ballards Valley School here in St. Elizabeth.
Okay.
And I started in the 4-H at Ballards Valley School in St. Elizabeth. And then I moved on to Hatfield in Manchester when I was about 13 years old.
Okay.
And at that time, that's the time when I started to do most of my active 4-H work. I moved on to do cattle judging at that point, and I succeeded in winning the parish competitions and went off to the national competition. By that time, I left Hatfield School and I went to Homewood, which was called a rural secondary technical school at that time, which was also involved in agriculture. While I was at Homewood, I continued my work with the livestock judging, and I finally made the cattle judging team when I was 18 years old, while I was at Homewood, and I represented Jamaica in 1961 at the Royal Agricultural Show in England. In England, they call it the Young Farmers Club, which is comparable to our 4-H movement here. So we spent 4 months in England, and we went across to Ireland, Wales, Scotland, and after I came back to Jamaica, I got some scholarships and I went on to the Jamaica School of Agriculture. There I spent 3 years. As a matter of fact, from when I went to the School of Agriculture, I probably did not leave until I graduated because I was always employed on the farm. Where we drove tractors and we milked the cows, and
There are a set of men in Jamaica that went to that school. They are like a club.
Yeah, well,
is it still active? Are you still together?
Yeah, we have very, very strong bond, They call it the Old Farmers Club. And we have very strong bond. As you know, the Jamaica School of Agriculture started at Hope as farm school. Then it came to Twickenham Park as the Jamaica School of Agriculture. And now it's a College of Agriculture, Science and Education. So it has a long and a very vibrant history.